am Deanna Price. This is Shade Tree Stables, and today I'm going to talk to you about horses that bite or nip and maybe the reasons why. So when our horses bite at us, it's their way of communicating that they don't like something, and it's our job to decipher if that's a legitimate complaint. If they're doing it because they're in pain, because their saddle doesn't fit, those are things that we certainly need to address. But she's had chiropractic adjustments, dentals, vet checkups, injectable joint solutions, so I'm pretty confident that her complaint is just the girth being tightened up. That being said, we also need to be mindful of how we're tightening up that girth. A lot of people just crank it up and they don't think much about it, but that's very uncomfortable. You wouldn't enjoy that either. So if we can just gently tighten it up enough to keep it snug, then when we get to the arena or right before we mount, we can tighten it again. And then once we're up there, we can check it and make sure that it's tight and do it in increments instead of cranking it all up at once. So I've been counter conditioning Chance for a while. I've been offering her a treat when I girth her up so that she has something pleasant while I do something that's not quite so pleasant to her. You want to be careful on how you give those treats. If you give them a treat when they're already pinning their ears or stomping or doing the bad behavior, then you're rewarding that behavior. So make sure that you're giving them a treat while they're having a neutral look on their face, and that'd be the best way to condition them for that. First, I'm going to just grab this girth and see what she does and if she gives us some crabbiness. So I've been doing this for a while where I offer her a treat before, and so I'm not getting much of a crabby response, which is good. That's what we wanted. I was hoping she would demonstrate a little better for the video what she used to do, but that's a good girl. Okay, so this is how you do it. Give them a treat. While she's munching on that, I can gently tighten up the first billet. Good girl. And then I'll give her another treat while I tighten up the next one. Very good. And that is definitely snug enough to make it up to the arena, where then I can check it again and make sure that I have that tight enough for riding. The next horse I'm going to show you, he bites for a completely different reason, and we'll address that and how I go about that. Alright, so this is Gustavo, and he bites for a completely different reason. He bites because he's a mouthy horse. He's also young, and it can be characteristic of the breed that they're a little bit mouthy. I got him as a yearling, and the breeder warned me, the vet warned me, and the hauler warned me that he is mouthy, and he was very mouthy. And you could pop him, and I mean, he just thought it was play. So what I have found best for teaching him to stop putting his mouth on me, he doesn't actually bite, but he just wants to be touching me or grabbing my clothes, and that's not acceptable. So what I have found to do with him is teach him a behavior that's incompatible with biting me. Here. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. So when I tell him whoa, he should stand straight ahead with his face out of my space. That way he can't be biting me because he's looking straight ahead. Good boy. Oh, did it fall out of your mouth? Good boy. Good boy. So once he knows what we're doing, and I have my attention on him, he does pretty good. So if I tell him, whoa, he'll look straight ahead. And you can tell he's waiting for that treat. He's even turning his head a little bit out of my space. Whoa. Good boy. And he cannot turn his head back in my space for the treat. He has to be looking straight ahead, just like that. Good boy. Good boy. And so what you do when you're teaching them that is just wait for them to naturally put their head out of your space and tell them good boy and give them a treat. And then you can start putting a cue to whoa. Good boy. Good boy. So make sure you're deciphering what biting your horse is doing and make sure they're not doing it for a legitimate reason. Whoa. Good boy. I'm Deanna Price. This is Shade Tree Stables. Thanks for watching.